Okay.
Hello, everybody. Sad news. I didn't lose any weight this week. I stayed the same, but I'm surprised I stayed the same because I was, as we pointed out on our whatever Wednesdays, I went to Cordoba's on Sunday, and then we did my son's birthday on Friday, which we had ham, when I had all the fattening stuff for that with cake and ice cream, and then on Sunday we did my husband's birthday, and we had like a Thanksgiving meal. So I know it's a weight loss channel, but we had a lot of food. And I ate a lot of food. So when I got on the scale this morning, I really thought I was going to gain, but I didn't. I stayed the same. But you know, that was still disappointing. You eat like a pig, you should gain. So that wasn't good. But I'm back on track. So, although not really, because tonight I'm having leftover Thanksgiving meal. So I'm having. I guess I'm going to be like on that keto diet where they load up on the one day. This will be my load day.
No, you had a load weekend.
I know, but it's a new weekend. It's a new week. But I'll be back on track tomorrow. I know that. But I've gone.
You didn't tell you about your shirt?
Oh, my shirt says cheers. Because I'm still in a good mood. I mean, I stayed the same.
From Boston.
Oh, from Boston. Cause
you know the bar's there.
Yes, my father was born in Boston, so. It's funny because the war brought my father and my mother together because my mother was originally from Canada. And she settled in Detroit, but her sister was.
They were in St. Clair Shores.
Was it St. Clair Shores?
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, St. Clair Shores. But then my Aunt Agnes was married to my Uncle Warren. He was stationed in Florida.
Warnigator.
Warnigator. Yeah.
I don't know why we call him Warnigator, but okay.
But, and so my mother had gone down there just to visit my aunt. My Aunt Agnes, and she met my father, and then they got married, and they settled here, because this is where my mother's family was. But anyway. So anyway, I'm in a pretty cheerful mood, and so... Even though I didn't lose. But like I said, I've gone 13 weeks that I've had a steady loss, even whether it was a half a pound or a couple pounds. So I can't really complain because some people's sales are kind of droopy. But I can't let Denise catch up because I'm not going to let her in that. So, but, I was just thinking about things today. And, my favorite season of the year is autumn. And I have no idea why, but autumn always brings back memories of my life. And if I go for a walk or something and it's kind of cloudy, it brings back a memory of something or another of my past. And they're usually pretty good memories. I mean, everybody's got some bad memories in their past, but I don't like to dwell on those. I always think of the happy memories in that. And, I remember when my kids come home from the hospital with me, and back then you didn't have car seats and all that. You just held them in your arms and you brought them home. And I remember my son Dan always liked to go to Chatham's, and I have a memory of him being like 2 or 3 years old, sitting on my lap, and we're driving, and my mother would be driving us, and he'd say, "Are we going to Chatham's? Are we going to Chatham's?" He'd be all excited about going to Chatham's, and and Jimmy was just always Jimmy. Jimmy, on trash day, we never let him have a wagon because he would go around and he would go through people's trash.
He gets that from me.
He gets that from Denise, I think. And he would bring home all his crap, and he would build stuff. You know what? And it served a purpose because now he's a carpenter, so he's always building something still, but, he's getting paid for it. And Christy just always was very attached to me. She still is. And I always just have memories of her clinging on me like a Klingon, but they're just memories that I hold dear to my heart because she still clings on me, but I'm not much of a hugger. I just, I hug my grandkids and I hug little kids and stuff like that, but to hug on to people, I'm no. My friends know to give me a pat, because I just... Denise, on the other hand, was always laying on my mother.
I was. I love to hear her. I'd lay my head on her belly, of all places, and hear all her internal things going.
Yeah, she had a lot of things going on in her stomach.
And I don't know what that memory does, but anyway.
And I remember when we used to go up to the lake, to the cottage up in Lexington, and my mother obviously was going through the change of life, and we'd all be in the car with our sweatshirts. It'd be like 90 degrees outside, but we'd have our sweatshirts on and a hood and wrapped up in a blanket. And she had that air conditioner kicked up as high as it would go, and she'd have a sleeveless top on. So my sister Mary ended up with those kind of hot flashes. I never really had any hot flashes or anything like that. But And I remember one time we were driving back in the storm, and I was in the passenger seat, and I look out the window, and there's the yellow line. I told my mom.
It was raining, that's why.
It was raining really, really hard. It was like really bad. And I was looking at the line and I told my mom, I said, I think we're on the wrong side of the road. And so she worked her way over just as we were going around a curve, and we would have been on a head-on crash. So that, it was like a happy memory, even though we almost got killed. It was just like memories of my mom. And, I remember at Christmas time, my dad would always wait till the end of the day to open up his presents because he just always thought if he waited to the end, he wouldn't have to end the day, I guess. But he always spent the day with us on Christmas, and then that night got on a plane and flew to Boston to go be with his family in Boston. So, but
You seem very down
I
today.
do seem down, but I'm not.
You're wearing a Cheers shirt.
I'm wearing my Cheers shirt. I'm not really depressed. I'm just bummed that I didn't lose any weight.
You didn't gain,
I didn't
so be
gain.
happy.
I should be happy that I didn't gain, but I'm bummed that I didn't lose. It's just, I used to weigh myself every day, but now I only weigh myself once a week, and maybe that was my mistake. Maybe I should go back to weighing myself every day, because that's when I was losing, because I could see some kind of progress. But I got up and we went for our walk today, and I was hot, Denise was cold. We're like the three bears, so the other bear wasn't with us. That was just
Miss Shay.
But
Shay, she was just right.
oh, Shay, yeah, I guess Shay was just right. Just prancing along. But, no, actually, I'm in a pretty good mood. I guess I'm just feeling bad that I'm not going to have a healthy dinner. But it's going to be a good dinner, which is bad. But, there's only German chocolate cake left, but I'm not going to have any of that because I'm allergic to coconuts. So that kind of defers you from having it. But, oh, well, I guess I do sound depressed, but honest to God, I'm not. But...
No quote today?
Oh, my quote.
Gotta help her along here.
No, my quote is from Mae West, who said, "You only get one life to live, but if you live it right, you only need one." And I think I'm living my life right. I have a very close family. I have friends that are very close to me, and I just have a good life. I know I sound down, and I'm not. Truly, I'm not. I don't know if I'm tired or just not bubbly. I'm not spot on or whatever. I don't know. I just feel, it's, like as people get involved I get involved in people's lives that they're really not in my lives. And, I'm talking to Tiffany and, I forget the name, Losing
Iftay.
Iftay. I know she's going through stuff with her daughter, Sadie, and I know, what she says, on Facebook and that she's having some financial problems, but, I've been through it, trust me, I know. One of my favorite stories that I've told people at work and they can't believe I really did it was, I am terrible with money. Terrible. I'm just, I cannot have a savings account. I cannot have $1 in my pocket. I'm always spending money. And a memory that I shared with some of my friends at work, which they couldn't believe, but, what the heck? It was like when I was in my 20s, and I was even more foolish with money back then. But I wanted a new living room set so bad. It was just this perfect set that I saw at JCPenney's. And so I had ordered it, and I opened up a charge, which, I shouldn't have done, but I opened up a charge account. And the day the furniture was getting delivered was the gas company had come to shut my gas off because I didn't pay the bill because I needed the money for the down payment for the furniture because I could only get so much on the charge. And so when the guy came to shut off my gas, and he saw me getting the furniture, and he says, "Oh, I guess you'll be nice and cuddly on your new furniture because you're going to be awful cold." And so then I went and picked up Christy, who was a baby, and I kind of was like shuggling her in my arms, and I was saying, "Oh, my baby's going to be so cold, and I hardly have any food in the house, and I used all this money for this furniture because we were just sitting on orange crates before, and I lied like a rug." But the guy felt bad for me, and he says, "You know what? As far as I'm concerned, you weren't home, but I have to come back by Friday." And I says, "Friday will be fine. My husband gets paid on Friday. I'll have the money on Friday." So he says, "Well, all right, but you better have it on Friday." I said, "Oh, I'll have it on Friday."
Because they wouldn't do that now. They could care less.
They could care less now. But, the same guy came back on Friday, and I gave him a check, and he says, "Is this a good check?" I said, what is that supposed to mean? And he says, "I was here the other day, remember?" And I go, "No, it's a good check." And it was, but anyway, that was... I'm very bad with money. And my last little thing too is from California, Kellafornia. I have anxiety attacks. Denise can tell you things like I would feel things popping in my head, and I couldn't go anywhere, and I was debilitated. That it's just people that don't go through it just don't know how bad it is. You feel like, with me at least, I felt like I was having a heart attack. I was going to die at any moment. And it's just the worst feeling. And I lived that death over and over and over every single day. And then finally, I just got tired of it. And I don't know, I moved out in the suburbs. I moved to Clinton Township, and my family was still living in Detroit. And I had to adjust. I just had to adjust. And it was so hard for me, but I did it. And I know that you can do it. I just know you can do it. But, you'll get to it at your own pace. But I guess maybe that's why I'm down. I was watching these videos, and I feel bad for these people. I wish there was more I could do for them. But just know you're always in my thoughts and prayers, and I'm always hoping that things get better for you. And you know what? I'm 65 now, and I still don't save money. I still spend money like it's a fool. But I have money now. I mean, I can do things that I want to do and stuff like that. But trust me, I went through the time when like cashing in the bottles and all of that stuff. I think everybody goes through it, whether they want to admit it or not. But once again, I am in a cheerful mood, and I think I'm living the one life I've been given pretty good, and I know my afterlife will be even better. So I will see you on Wednesday, and hopefully I'll be more my old self. I guess Denise is thinking I'm not my old self.
You can even hear your own self. No, you're not your own self.
I'm fine. I really am. I guess I just felt bad that I didn't have more to say. I guess that I wasn't more on spot, more funny, or more funny.
Prepared.
I guess, yeah, that would be another one.
Let's be honest.
I guess I wasn't.
I came here today and she goes, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about.
And I didn't. But just goes to show you, I can ramble about anything. Just get me on a rambling road. So, but I'll see you on Wednesday. And next week I am going to lose because I'm going to start weighing myself every day again. So I will see you on Wednesday. Oh, no, yeah. I almost forgot. Like us, subscribe, share, and comment. I do like your comments. I do have fun doing the comments. I do answer as many as I can, and just know that I think about all of you, and I watch you every day. So and a lot of times if you haven't put up a video, I watch an old video just so I can see you, because you're part of my life. So, and my husband always tells us that we're going to be on TMZ. He always calls you my TMZ pals because he thinks that only TMZ has YouTubers. So it's just,
okay.
That's just who he is. But, I love him. He's a keeper, I guess. I could throw him back, but you know what? He'd jump back in the boat. I know that. So, okay, I'm done rambling. I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Bye.